Those Chimeras can go die.
Your own person is representing them.
There is no parking
User
lot
joined
at
your
this point.
channel.
Everything is full.
Well, it's good that Jason Cannon's not representing anyone. Let's see how good the JAG officer is.
What is going on? Are we starting?
User disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, I need to get some things in order here. Go.
Okay, while you do that, Nick, why don't you take up position behind there? I'm going to move on this side here.
All right.
User left your channel.
Alexa Angel.
User joined your channel.
I, Alexa Angel, do solemnly swear that I will administer justice without respect to person involved, and do equal right to the poor and to the rich, that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent to me as a district judge of Fisher Island under the Constitution and law of the United States
User
of America.
joined your channel.
So help me
User
God.
joined your channel.
You may be seated.
User left your channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, court is now.
Can you go back?
User joined your channel.
Versus the United States Coast Guard. I am Judge Alexa Angel of the Fisher Island District Court.
User joined your channel.
I expect any and all person within the building to behave accordingly to law and not cause any disturbance during and following the proceeding. Any of those found causing any issue within my courtroom will be charged
User
with
left your
contempt of
channel.
court, which is punishable by 30 months in jail. Trial will now begin, starting with the plaintiff opening argument. Counselor, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, today we find justice for Mr. Patel, who has been permanently scarred both mentally and physically due to the negligence on the part of the United States Coast Guard. Mr. Patel's body may eventually heal, but the trauma of being shot by a member of the Coast Guard has broken a part of his mind he may never repair. This isn't even mentioning the $500,000 in earnings he has lost during the time he has had to prepare for this trial, of which we are only asking for half. Imagine yourself in his position.
I'm a law enforcement officer.
A man in Coast Guard uniform runs up and points his gun directly at a civilian next to you. Instead of identifying himself and declaring his intentions as a lawful member of the Coast Guard, he simply orders the civilian to get on the ground. But this is not the worst of it. Imagine that you peacefully order this man to put his gun away, and the man ignores your request twice. And while you pull your own weapon out in self-defense and in the defense of others, the man shoots you down, all without saying a word to you. This is exactly what Mr. Patel went through just 1 week ago. Although Mr. Patel still suffers from this horrific trauma, he has made every effort to be here today, not just for his own recompense, but to make sure his voice is heard and to shout, "Justice must be served." Today, the JAG will try to convince you that the USCG is not at fault here, that they are not culpable for sending a man into the field who is clearly unstable, or for their negligent training of new recruits. But they are at fault, and if justice means anything to our society, then we must find it here in this court today. At the time Mr. Patel was shot, this soldier had still not identified himself. It really makes you question how rigorous USCG training is. The saddest part about it all, the USCG recognized its fault in this incident, even offering to settle the matter out of court in order to make recompense to Mr. Patel. Believing the worst to be over, Mr. Patel was finally able to begin healing. Before he could do so, the USCG pulled the settlement off the table, plunging Mr. Patel back into the dreadful circumstances which have haunted him over this past week. Shortly, we will prove using the preponderance of evidence that the USCG is the sole party responsible for Mr. Patel's anguish. I, for one, believe this will be an enormous step towards fixing these glaring issues of negligence, and have all the faith in the world that we can work together to make the citizens of Fisher's Island feel safe once more. Before we begin, I must say, it's not just Mr. Patel we are representing here today. We represent equality and justice for all citizens of Fisher's Island. If we cannot trust those who have sworn to protect us, if we cannot feel safe for fear that our own military will gun us down, then our society falls apart. For the sake of our great country, we ask that these wrongs be made right and that this matter be put to bed so that Mr. Patel may finally heal. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. Defendant, you're not permitted to permit. Defense, you're now permitted to provide your opening argument. Please proceed.
User in your channel timed out.
Firstly, the defense would like to motion the
User joined your
discardment of
channel.
evidence A through L. Would you like reasons for those?
Nice.
You will be given time to discard those evidence during
Yeah.
the evidence call-out. Please proceed with your opening statement.
Yes, sir. It is found that
Yeah,
every
and
single
hide them.
United States Coast Guard recruit
One moment, please.
all the way up. Yes, sir.
One moment, please.
Yes,
Hey,
Your Honor.
order in the courtroom. Next one to be talking.
User
during
in your
any,
channel
court
timed out.
proceeding will be held in contempt and removed from the courtroom. Thank you. Proceed, defendant.
It's found that every from recruit,
User joined your channel.
commander, every personnel within the United States Coast Guard is trained to a high level of proficiency in the duties that they are requested and are ordered to commit. With that with the basis of the island here, sometimes the command is not able to reach those cadets, reach those recruits in a timely manner to train them, and that is a example of what we see here. Mr. Ross acted upon his own free will, with the exception of Mr. Patel. When Mr. Ross went to contact Mr. Izzy, he had his weapon lowered, and it was the decision of Mr. Patel to draw his firearm while Mr. Ross's firearm was down. He was in no danger, and his counterpart, civilian counterpart, was in no danger as well. With the evidence that we have presented, we will provide the basis that Mr. Patel is the one at fault here, as well as Mr. Ross.
Is that all, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. At this time, we will move on the evidence for this case. Plaintiff, please bring forth your first witness or piece of evidence.
The plaintiff calls Michael Taylor.
Will the witness please come to the bench and swear an oath before the court? Can you please get on my left side, sir?
Side. Gotcha.
Thank you very much. Can I get your full name?
Michael Taylor.
All right. All right. Please lift your, whoa. All right, thank you. Mr. Taylor, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you Caden?
Yes.
Thank you. You may take seat to the witness booth to my left, and we will begin. Plaintiff, you're free to question.
Afternoon, Mr. Taylor.
Sir?
It's just going to be a couple questions for you here today. First, I'd like to take a moment to try to get some clarity on the Coast Guard's contention that they are not liable in this case. Are you contending that the United States Coast Guard has sovereign immunity from civil action? And if so, what is the basis of this claim?
United States Coast Guard is only
User
at
joined your
fault
channel.
if it's under the authority of their commanders, which then it will then civilly it
User
could be dealt
joined your
with our
channel.
department. However, the
User joined your channel. User left your channel.
individual, if they act on their own, not under the command of the United
User
States
joined your
Coast Guard
channel. User
command
joined your
personnel,
channel.
and we are not responsible for those actions.
Okay, at this time, the plaintiff would like to bring up prior case history, Your Honor. I believe I've linked you this, but we could start with Millbrook v. United States, where a federal prisoner was
User
allowed
left
to bring
your
a claim
channel.
against the United States for intentional torts committed by a federal prison guard in the scope of their employment. Under the Federal Tort Claim Act, a tort claim against the United States must be presented in writing to the appropriate agency within 2 years. Anyway, the Federal Tort Claims Act absolutely pertains here. That it has the right to sue, especially in the state of New York. I believe I've sent you that link, Your Honor.
Indeed.
Do you have that, sir?
Let me.
User
check
joined your
properly.
channel. User left your channel.
The Federal Tort Claims Act. Yes, I do have it.
Okay. So we claim that this case absolutely pertains to Federal Tort Claims Act, which
User
in fact
joined your channel.
does make the Coast Guard liable, and to a lesser extent, the Tucker Act. May I proceed?
Proceed.
User joined your channel.
Mr. Taylor, are you contending that the contracts alleged by your members that were signed by your member are the basis for your lack of liability in this matter?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Are you contending that the contracts alleged to be signed by your members are the basis for your lack of liability in this matter? Specifically, evidence F, as in Foxtrot. I'm sorry? Yeah, okay, we can use Foxtrot, evidence F or G, either one, but are you contending that these contracts release the Coast Guard of liability in this matter?
User joined your channel.
They signed the contract, Mr. Z.
Objection, Your Honor.
That is.
Objection.
On what grounds?
He's he's trying to lead the witness to an answer.
Overruled. Plaintiff, you may continue, Counselor.
Yeah, I await your answer, Mr. Taylor.
They signed the contract. This contract was put together and brought forth. So they signed the contract. If they signed the contract, that's on them.
You're stating that
User left your channel.
you are not liable for any
If it is
action
not within
of,
USCG command authority, then yes.
your contention is that the Coast Guard is not liable due to the signing of these contracts, the enlistment contracts, specifically evidence F.
User
Yes.
joined your channel.
Do you have that contract, Mr. Taylor? Evidence F.
Obviously, I wrote them.
I'm going to take that as a yes. Okay, let's visit this contract if we would, Your Honor. Evidence
User
F.
joined your channel.
All right.
Good job, boys.
The contract itself. Any service member with the rank of seaman, apprentice, United States Coast Guard, will not be authorized any good. Okay, this is the wrong one. But let's go to the
That is
evidence.
the command policy. That's that is under ours.
Okay, that was dated the 30th of January, correct?
Yes.
January 30th of this year?
Yes. And if
Okay.
you note, his enlistment was on the 3rd of February.
Got it. I understand. Thank you. Let's move to the next one.
User disconnected from your channel.
The
User joined your
contract
channel. Left your
that he
channel.
signed on the 3rd of February. This is his enlistment contract, is it not?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
I said
User
yes.
joined your channel.
Okay,
Hear me?
his enlistment contract is dated February 3rd. On this contract, it's dated February 3rd, 2017. Your Honor, I now ask everybody to move up to the upper right-hand corner of this contract, of this PDF document, and click the 3 dots. And then click Details. On these details, the enlistment contract by Mr. Ross was signed on the 3rd of February of 2017. But if you look at the details of this contract was created on February 9th and then edited again later in the day on February 9th. Ironically, this is one day after the shooting of my client.
I do
I'd like
see
to
that.
note that everything that is
User left your
PDF,
channel.
we have to drag out of a folder that is on my desktop. You have to download it onto PDF and then move it into the actual folders, which we were still in process of doing due to the number of applications.
The PDF format itself is going to keep track of what time or when the document itself was created,
User joined your
not
channel.
dragged into another file. So
I'd also like to note that if this was not, where the way it is, it would actually be handed papers, so those dates wouldn't even be relevant to the case.
I think we can have Your Honor,
If you put in a subpoena to go to my computer, then that would be different, but you have not.
Is it true that you entered this document into evidence as well?
Yes, the physical copy of the document.
We contend that this document was written fraudulently one day after the shooting of my client. This is evidence F.
However, if you go to our evidence, and in our evidence, we have the imaging of all of the documents.
User entered your channel.
This is your evidence.
And if you go down into our documents as well, the Gazzo shot, if you open that up, go ahead and if you want to take the time to go ahead and look at that, that's also everybody else's enlistment applications that have the same exact thing.
User left your channel. Timed
For the
out.
purposes of this hearing, we're not going to go through
User joined your channel.
Documents,
well,
but every one of these documents,
you wouldn't be able
enough,
to get them. But
we can't. It's a screenshot.
There is an image. I have supplied the image of all the records sitting right here.
Your Honor, at this time, we've moved to have this evidence, Golf and Foxtrot, removed from this hearing as being fraudulent, possibly even criminal in nature.
Can you repeat which evidence?
The enlistment contract.
F and G.
Foxtrot and Golf. We move to have these documents removed from evidence, please.
All right, I will allow the evidence to be removed.
Okay, this time, Your Honor, using the Federal Tort Claims Act, which in fact does contend that the Coast Guard is liable based upon the ruling of prior case law and the evidence being removed from evidence, we ask for a summary judgment on behalf of my client in the amount of $250,000. We also ask of the court to establish an additional amount at your discretion for punitive damages. Our firm has reached out.
User joined your
I'm
channel.
going to say real quick, and I'm just going to state this, obviously.
This is out of line.
This is...
Mr. Taylor, please remain within your...
Well, no, hang on, because this is bullshit, all right? I'm going to state it straight up. No, you're going to listen to me. You're going to listen to me. You're going to listen to me. Because to take this evidence off, because of a date that you cannot get.
Do not behave yourself.
A date you cannot get. Legally, you cannot get that. Because the document is signed and has its date.
User joined your
channel. You can't throw evidence if you can't have the date. He doesn't have a subpoena to get onto my computer to check the dates behind that. Does he? Does he have a subpoena for that, sir?
Mr. Taylor does provide those dates.
That's because, obviously, I can't give him a physical copy of the contract. Let's be honest here. Let's be real honest here.
Yes, but that's the evidence supplied to the court at the moment, and everything that's been supplied is going to be used.
So you... Okay. All right. Cool story. You know, he wants the 250,000. He wants the fucking 300, 500,000. I don't care. Let's just end this shit.
Your Honor, we've reached out on two separate occasions to reach a settlement here. and we've been told that they have enough supporting evidence to absolve them from liability. We believe that we've established them to be liable and possibly also criminal in their efforts to hide their culpability in this case. We ask for summary judgment in the amount of $250,000 and additional punitive measures at your discretion.
All right, cool. Court will now be in recess for 15 minutes. We'll review everything we got given to us at the moment, and then we'll come back with the answer to the summary judgment.
User in your
Thank you, Your
channel
Honor. Thank you
timed
very much.
out. User
Wow.
disconnected from your
Court is in
channel.
recess. You're allowed to talk. You're allowed to get up. If you leave
That
the
was
building, you must
interesting.
return before court
Chance,
is back in
please-
session.
please
Once
go
court
back.
is in session, you will not be allowed to enter the building.
Holy shit. Make sure you guys go back to Whisper.
Did they say recess for 50 minutes?
Yeah, 15. It might not take that long. We'll see.
Nice,
It is Michael?
nice.
I'm sad I didn't.
User left your channel. User left your channel. User left your channel.
I honestly don't know what you guys are thinking calling a disgruntled Coast Guard employee to be your witness.
Chance, you're the most disgruntled out of all of them, by the way.
That's what he's referring to. I think Michael's back there
was.
with the judges, by the
But
way.
what makes you think I would help the people that fired me?
What's that?
I think Michael went back to the mayor's office with the judges. Nick?
That was.
Don't go too far.
That's fine. Don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they don't rule the summary
But
on
I guess that's
closing, it's
not
going
gonna
to
happen
seal
anyway,
this.
because Taylor just went crazy.
I wonder if CG's in.
Jimmy,
User
that was-
joined your
that was-
channel.
That worked better than...
Hello, Troy.
Yep.
Wow.
He's the commander? Yeah.
Oh, I
User
can't believe
left
he
your
almost
channel.
got arrested for contempt, man. That was
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
Wow.
It was their evidence. It was their evidence they submitted. I don't
I'm
have to
so
look
hot
through
that
this.
I make it hard
Yep.
for everybody,
That was
so
so nice to
Marco,
be
you
honest.
need advice.
Yep.
I wanted to see him get arrested. That would have been great.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Line and sinker.
Hey,
User
Jimmy,
was moved out of
for
your
a
channel.
second, you tell you something.
No, he's gonna get 250.
Chance, for the
Oh
sake
my
of
God.
keeping things amiable, we ask that you just please stay on that
User
side for
left
now.
your channel.
This is now the Vanchi bench. If you want to sit on the Vanchi bench, you have to pay $10,000.
Nick, how you feeling? Oh, Nick, you're muted.
Research, come back in. If you go back in now. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god.
User joined your channel.
Whoa, what? Okay, never mind. Michael Taylor apparently went to sleep.
There we go.
Wow. Shit. Jesus.
Exactly how I expected this to play out.
Yep. What a shame.
User left your channel.
Yeah, Logan, you heard it.
User
What
left
true?
your channel.
Fucking Logan on Twitch is fucking. He just goes bunch of girls there.
User left your channel.
Oh yeah, man, I loved it. Jimmy, you fucking. I panicked for a second because you weren't talking about evidence golf. I was like, fuck me, why is he not talking about the whole thing? And then Quando said both
User
F
left
and
your
G.
channel.
How are they gonna do it without Michael here?
Man.
Wait, let me hear this. What's Troy saying if Michael's disconnected?
That was great.
Hey, James.
Can you
Yeah.
research me?
James is hosting me on his channel. Oh, Mac, I love you.
What the fuck?
Yep.
That's about all you can say, right, Mac?
Who cares?
Like,
Hammer.
combat
Hammer.
log, isn't that
Hammer.
your election and duty?
Yeah, well, you can speak to Troy and see.
The hammer.
Hammer.
I don't have to look in your desktop.
User
It was
left
your
your channel.
evidence.
Can you not talk to Troy Mac and ask him if that's combat log?
Yeah, hang on.
I want to fuck this guy over so bad.
My name is
Bob, Dylan.
I could hear people laughing in the background.
Yeah, me too.
That delivery.
People were like astounded, I think.
Jimmy do.
I think he's just checking up
Oh
to see
my
if
god, every fucking
I
time.
think he's checking with Nathan to see if Taylor logged.
This is something else. No, this is so intense.
Oh, hey, listen. We had all the evidence. When he first said, when Nathan first started saying, I would like to throw evidence A2L out, I panicked, and then I remember, I panicked, and plus, they failed to tell us they added more evidence. Those sly people, if you check the case right now, they've added a second Geyser link which says illegal TeamSpeak recording. They never had that in the first one because I have a screenshot of when they first posted it. Whereas when we posted evidence, we actually said we're posting new evidence.
Yeah, hang on a second. I just want to check up what's going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'll send you.
Who's Niik?
I'll send you a link of stuff that I got that you'll find entertaining.
He's a good one. Niik, who's your
User left
Niik,
your channel.
Who's your lawyer, Niik?
Everything all good here there, LT?
Yeah, everything's fine. Nick?
Nick is busy.
Oh, he's not. He's right there.
Who's that? Jimmy?
Quando?
Yep, what's up?
User left your channel.
Oh, what just happened there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, we got a window washer.
Oh. Yeah, Jimmy's brain is a little crazy. Sometimes he washes windows.
I'm getting fucking messages left, right. I just got a message. I just got a message saying if this couldn't get any better, the commando fucking rage quit.
Jeez.
Oh, Jimmy, man, that delivery was fucking. It was wavy. I was on the edge, my man. I was like, when's he gonna? Quando had your back, man. If you had not said evidence G, oh my god, I was gonna panic. Oh, it couldn't have gone any better. No matter how much you script it could not have gone any better.
User joined your channel.
Yep.
What
It was their evidence.
User left your channel. User
They can't
left your
say that I
channel.
manufactured that shit. It was their evidence.
Yeah.
User joined your channel.
That rage quit was just wow.
LMAO.
I'm pretty sure Alexia knew exactly what he was doing. Very good judge, very good.
Yeah, exactly.
He was
User
very.
joined your channel.
I respect him. Yeah, I respect him for
User joined your channel.
Yeah.
Send him the
User
links.
joined
That's
your
why you
channel.
knew.
Do you know
Yeah,
if
very
Nick was
professional.
gonna get charged for that?
Quando.
User joined your channel.
That's the second
User
second
joined your
case you
channel.
can't do your closing statement.
User joined your channel. User joined
Yeah,
your
that's
channel.
true. Yeah, I didn't even.
User joined
You
your
know what though?
channel.
It's cool because the openings have been.
User joined your
smashing.
Oh
channel.
yeah. You smashed out the park, mate.
Thank you. Oh, looks like we. May
Oh,
be
yep, we're here.
Yep,
Let's
let's
go.
get in place. Let's get in place.
All right.
Commander left.
All right, the Honorable
Alright,
Alexa
reminder, be
Angel.
quiet or court is in session. Any talking will get you arrested.
Well, I was about to do that. Court is now in session in the matter of Niik Patel versus the
User joined your channel.
Coast Guard. On the
User
matter
joined
of
your
the
channel.
summary judgment, it will be denied. We'll proceed on with the procedure of the court, but the evidence F is ruled out due to prior funding of the evidence. Probably
User
being
entered your
modified.
channel.
And what about G? G has the same problem.
Evidence G already has been ruled out previously.
Okay.
Alright, so at this time we'll move on
User
to the
disconnected
defendant.
from your channel.
Please provide your first evidence. Piece of
Everybody can be
piece of
seated
evidence
now.
or witness, please.
User in your channel timed out.
Can we mention that the witness who was previously on the stand has left?
Yes, and he will be at in contempt of court. And will.
Oh shit.
Firstly, I
very
would
much.
like to call in Frank Goldman as a witness.
User joined your channel.
Objection, Your Honor.
I believe he's in the audience here today.
Mr. Goldman, are you in the audience? If so, please proceed in the front to my left. Mr. Goldman doesn't seem to be present. Do you want to proceed with another piece of evidence?
I'm right here.
Oh, easier. Alright. Please proceed to my left. All right.
EMS.
Mr. Goldman, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole
User
truth, and
joined your
nothing but the
channel.
truth, so help you God?
I do.
Mr. Goldman, please take a seat on my left. And defendant, you can go ahead with your examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Goldman, would you firstly state your name, your rank, and the department which you are assigned to within the Coast Guard?
Please.
Yes, sir. Frank Goldman. My current call sign is 5-7. Rank is Seaman, and part of the deck.
All right, and could you give us a brief explanation of the training process?
Your Honor, I'm sorry if my headset must have gone out. I object to this witness.
Side in
He was
on
not.
what grounds?
He was not subpoenaed to be here.
He is on the list of witness at the moment.
User left your
Was he-
channel.
There was no subpoena for him to be here.
Let me take a look. You might be right.
I did read that he was added as a witness, but there was no subpoena for him.
Yeah, one moment, please.
How's the popcorn?
Defendant, there is no need. Your objection is overruled. There is no need to be subpoenaed if he's
User
listed in
joined your
the,
channel.
Witness prior to the
User
court.
left your channel.
Thank you very much. Defendant, you may proceed with your question.
Yes. Would you give us a brief explanation of the training process of becoming a seaman?
Sure. Day one was paperwork, of course, signing all my paperwork and to know grounds as far as Coast Guard base, what the rules are. Secondly, would be when you are
User
seaman,
joined your
no
channel.
firearms whatsoever, no vehicles. You are to patrol with a seaman and above.
User joined your channel.
Until further notice. Past that, when it comes to our fire training, we were going through a strict protocol with the police department as far as where we go to the shooting house, the shooting range, and when it comes to vehicle training, how to pull over personnel. It's quite strict. I mean, it's all about gun safety, no matter what. You know, you don't raise it at anyone you don't plan on taking out or killing. Always keep your finger off the trigger. Stuff like that. As far as when it comes to
Continue.
That's the gist of it, basically.
Alrighty, thank you.
Mr. Goldman, when you signed this
I'm sorry?
contract,
Is the defendant over?
No.
Are you over with your question?
And with your enlistment, could you give us a brief overview of any documents you may have signed that you looked over? Any training documents as well?
Okay, the documents that I received was firearm training, specifically, when situations to pull out a firearm and whether or not to engage the target with that firearm. Past that was just my documents as far as becoming a Coast Guard member, signing it, and
your enlistment documents, correct?
Exactly, my enlistment documents.
Great, thank you. That's all.
I thank you. Plaintiff. Defendant, you may now cross-examine. Plaintiff, sorry, you may now cross-examine the witness.
Your Honor, as we stated before, the contract that he has signed, it falls into the same category as evidence G and H, or G and F. They're all these documents are created after my client was shot. They are all dated February 9th. Every one of them. This is why we asked for a summary judgment, because all these documents were signed one day after my client was shot. Now this training that they're saying they're going through, they're signing contracts their contracts that they signed are all dated February 9th. They're not entered into evidence because they're all identical.
User left your channel.
The evidence that they submitted, the defendants submitted, are all dated February 9th. This is why we asked for the summary judgment, because they're all after the fact. I could bring in a canary in here to say the very same thing that Mr. Coleman did.
Is that all, Mr.
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Is that all?
That is.
Mister, you may witness.
User in your channel timed out.
Plaintiff,
User
you're
disconnected
allowed
from
to
your
bring in
channel.
Your next piece of evidence or witness.
Again, we reiterate the Federal Tort Claims Act. And again, we ask for summary judgment based upon fraudulent documents.
Mister, the summary judgment already been ruled out. I will please ask you to remain within what I asked you. Can you please bring forward your next witness or evidence?
The plaintiff rests, Your Honor.
Thank you, defendant. Next piece of evidence or witness, please.
Alrighty, 1 second, Your Honor. Evidence B and evidence A put in by
User
the
joined your
plaintiffs.
channel.
I would like to motion for them to be thrown out of the case due to an improper subpoena through the SD chain of command.
Can you
Also
please
like to
explain?
I'm sorry, Mr. Hamilton. I turned off my Bluetooth. I had a motorcycle blowing up my head. Could you repeat that, please?
I'd like to motion that evidence A and B be thrown out of the case due to an improper subpoena that never went through the chain of command.
Can you please explain?
Evidence.
Lieutenant McIntosh's body cam footage from SD command is supposed, when subpoena, it has to go through the SD command, that being the sheriff and undersheriff. Due to reasons outside of the island, they could not be here to testify on the fact of this. If we are to continue, I will be sure to get them to testify here, but that never went through the proper chain of command. Subpoena.
That evidence was admitted by Chief Justice Hunter, if I remember correctly.
Yep, it was.
Exactly, Mr. Hamilton. Due to the nature that the evidence was given to us, no matter what, if there is a chain of command that need to follow, it falls to the sheriff department to make sure that every time there is an evidence to be given, they goes through them. If Mr. McIntosh overstep is the chain of command, that it's on the
User
sheriff
left your
department
channel.
to issue disciplinary action. The evidence was still given to us.
User
and will be used in this
disconnected
court.
from your channel.
And the evidence A was supplied by our own plaintiff, so there's no reason to get rid of that.
Oh, sorry, correction, evidence B and evidence C.
Can you guys?
That was
Okay.
User joined your
within my case
channel.
files.
And if you look at the case file, you can see that the DOJ provided us James McIntosh's POV directly.
Yep, exactly. All right, defendant, do you have anything else?
Yes. I'd like to note evidence D and evidence E are irrelevant to the case and should be thrown out as well.
Yo, can you guys scoot back?
Evidence.
User joined your channel.
Evidence D and E. Is that correct?
Delta and Echo.
Correct.
I hear you loud and clear.
All right, defendant. Plaintiff.
Those evidences are entered as a portion of a trend of poor training. They're evidences of Coast Guard shootings where they pretty much match up evidence A and B.
Are you serious right now?
We can go through them if you'd like.
Bruh.
Sure, let's go for it.
Okay. The evidence D, if we want to go to this one, it clearly shows, in this case, Casper Black running from a scene where shooting was coming from the sheriff's department and also the Coast Guard. Casper Black was running. He ran behind a building. Actually, let's go to that video and take a look see at what we have there.
User left your channel.
I do have the timestamps. Just a second. Okay, evidence D. There's gunshots at the 2:05 timestamp. then again at 2:22. The Coast Guard member chased the driver and fired multiple shots at a fleeing perpetrator on foot, apparently while jumping a fence. No return fire from either neither perpetrator had a weapon or a pistol.
User joined your channel.
At 3:58, the Coast Guard stated, "The guy tried to go over the fence and I shot him."
User
And
joined
he
your
laughs
channel.
about filling out another report.
User joined your channel.
At 5 minutes and 32 seconds, the EMS states that he don't have enough supplies for him and states, "You guys lit him up." He reiterates that again at 5:53. This is for evading. This is for a perpetrator running, hopping a fence, and the EMS states, "You guys lit him up. I do not have enough supplies for him."
Thank you very much.
Evidence E, if we could all go there.
User in your channel timed out.
At the 23-minute, 58-second mark, enough said. Again, this forms a trend of their Coast Guard training.
User left your channel.
Thank you. Yes, plaintiff?
User left your channel.
With evidence D, that shooting could be called justified, seeing as within
User
any
entered
law
your
enforcement
channel.
profession there is always that underlying risk that they do have a weapon on them.
From a man running away?
Running away and
Of
climbing
course,
the fence?
they could be running away to their friends, which are putting an ambush. There's many risks and many, I don't know how to say. There's many objectives that you have to put into play. When
So does
dealing in a
Coast
law
Guard
enforcement-
training include
Please
shoot
let
and
him
then
finish.
ask questions later?
Mr. O'Reilly, please let him finish.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you do look at the body cam footage, that is
User
the body
left
cam
your
of
channel.
a Sheriff's Department member who was also involved in shooting.
User
Wasn't
left
just
your
a common-
channel.
It wasn't just the Coast Guard that was involved in shooting; it was the Sheriff's Department as well. There is always that underlying risk, and that at that moment tasers were not an option. They had the same effect as lethals. There was no way to effectively, non-lethally put him down.
Nor should you have if he's running away, I say once more.
Well, there is always that underlying risk, and he was running away, and that is, to my belief, the protocol of the Sheriff's Department and the Coast Guard to, if they are running away, you have to apprehend them.
So,
And
Mr.
that was their
Hamilton,
only
if any of
options.
these men in the courtroom here had a gun, does that mean you can shoot them because of the risk?
That's not what I'm saying at all.
We're saying that training should include assessing a situation.
joined
and if
your
a man is
channel.
running away, then there's really no need to shoot at him other than
Alright,
you should
Mr.
be
O'Reilly,
chasing him
Mr.
down.
Hamilton, order, please. Stay within the
User in your
factual
channel
case,
timed
please.
out.
Your Honor.
Defendant, is that all?
And with evidence E, there is possibly, due to the island, that there could have been he could have been nauseous, or in more blatant terms, desync. Bring evidence. Evidence C here. E.
I'm sorry, your evidence, what are you referring to? Evidence what?
User joined your channel.
Evidence E, there was the option that he was probably nauseous. In blatant terms, desynced.
I'm sorry, I don't understand you. Are we talking about evidence D as in dog?
E as in
Delta?
echo.
Evidence E.
This is the one where the Coast Guard shot the perpetrator right in the face, correct?
Correct.
From point blank range.
There is the option that he was, I think,
Again, Your Honor, we ask that the evidence D and E be entered.
One moment, please. Defendant, on your motion to dismiss those evidence, it is overruled. The evidence will still be admitted. Do you have any other anything to add?
Your Honor.
User left your
Thank you
channel.
very much, defendant. Can you please bring forward your next piece of evidence? Defendant? I'm sorry, plaintiff, we cannot hear you properly.
The plaintiff press, Your Honor.
We cannot hear. Do you have any other evidence to bring forward?
Quando, take this.
Yeah, I would like to bring forth
User
Chance
left
Ross's
your
witness.
channel.
One moment, please, defendant. Warning for the plaintiff answer on this one.
I think we can bring forth my client Niik Patel's PTSD report just as evidence to prove that he has been mentally scarred by this incident.
All right.
User left your channel.
Evidence G, is that it?
J, like Joker.
Thank you. All right, do you have anything to add, plaintiff?
Just that it shows the long-term effects that this incident has had on Mr. Patel.
User joined your channel.
All right, thank you very much. Defendant, you may now cross-examine the evidence.
Yes, I would like to note that the evidence has no header, nor does it have a official signature from any medical personnel. And I would also like to compare evidences to the one that is provided.
User joined your
Moving
channel.
forward.
Let me get it out of my briefcase here real quick.
User joined your channel.
I have provided you the medical records I have subpoenaed from the Fisher's Island medical services, and with evidence, the PTS report provided in the evidence has not been stated within the evidence I have received from the Fisher's Island medical services.
This is why we have this evidence submitted. This is from the EMS.
I subpoenaed any and all medical records from Fisher's Island Emergency Services, and that is not in there. So I would like to get the possibility that this is a forged document.
So you're
Sorry,
you're questioning the validity of it?
Please let him finish.
That was all, Your Honor.
Do you want to file a motion to dismiss the evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Due to the medical record, Mr. Patel PTSD report is not included within those documents.
I think this is where you need to
sustain
talk,
the,
Quando.
Rule out of the evidence.
Oh my god.
That evidence is pasted onto the EMS forums. I don't understand why he cannot find them.
If it was on the EMS forums, it should have been in my subpoena. It is not.
Also stating that no official signature was put on the document, nor anything that could be exactly a forged document. So the evidence has been ruled out. Defense, do you have any other evidence to bring forward?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to note evidence K and evidence L. And I would like to note the inconsistency of those who have signed the paper. We have Robert Jenkins as a volunteer EMT, for the medical review, and Robert Jenkins EMT as the medical report.
User
Those
joined
have
your
not
channel.
been put into my document regarding Mr. Patel's medical records. I also think those are forged as well.
User
This
left
has
your
got,
channel.
This has got Fisher Island EMT letterhead on it. I don't see the likeliness of this being a forged document, unlike the documents that you have presented us.
I would also like to note the fact that this is a volunteer EMT, and like to question his credentials to determine whether somebody is diagnosed with PTSD. For credentials.
I think he
that
may be here. Would you
diagnosis.
like to question him?
It's not in my evidence.
He's not in this. Plaintiff, you have time to cross-examine the evidence submitted.
No, we don't dispute that he was a volunteer at the moment. Again, we go back to evidence A and B. I think that a volunteer or even a parakeet could probably determine that there was obvious wounds and trauma and mental anguish. We do not dispute that the author of this
User in your
document
channel timed out.
may be a volunteer.
Thank you. The motion for dismissal is ruled. Defendant, plaintiff, do you have any other evidence to bring forward? So I may review.
I don't have anything, Quando.
User joined your channel.
Simply in our meetings
User
with
left your
the
channel.
Coast Guard prior to this trial, I just want to point out that they do admit the fault of Chance Ross. So as long as they are liable for Chance Ross's actions, which I think we have proven here, then if you need evidence to that, that would be in evidence H and I, where they both admit Mr. Ross's mishandling of this situation while he was in USCG uniform, driving a USCG vehicle with a firearm.
User joined your channel.
Thank you very much. We'll give time the defendant to cross-examine the evidence.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I would like to motion evidence H and evidence I be thrown out of the case, seeing as those were both recordings that were against federal law. Provide a screenshot here. I believe it is in.
Objection, Your Honor. Evidence H was recorded by the Coast Guard. It clearly states in evidence H, it clearly states that they are recording this. Evidence I was recorded by us and them as well. Evidence H will prove that they were recording this meeting. These were meetings to discuss a settlement. Should be entered into evidence, please.
Your Honor, I'd like to object to that as well.
Your reasoning, please.
User
If you look
joined
at
your
our
channel.
evidence, it is a Giazzo, a legal recording of TeamSpeak. That is a statement by one of the gods stating that if you
User
do not have
joined
the
your
permission
channel.
of the owner of the room that you are recording, you are not allowed to record, and thus that is a legal recording under federal law.
Defendant, please remain silent.
User
Plaintiff,
left your
please remain
channel.
silent. Sorry, defendant. The motion for dismissal is ruled. We'll dismiss those evidence.
Now, hang on a second, because evidence I was not recording of that room. Evidence I was recorded by both sides while on the island.
Evidence I is...
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm. Yeah, the evidence H.
Object, Your Honor.
Will be dismissed. Yes, go for it.
Yeah, evidence I was recorded in Commander Taylor's
User
office
joined your
on the
channel.
TeamSpeak app.
We were in this very building when we were talking about this in evidence H.
Correct, but we were not in the public room.
User joined your
that
channel.
seems like a really easy way for you guys to get out of really any recordings, isn't it?
Well, if you if you request permission for recording of the room owner,
So you're
prior
saying
to
that
recording,
when you guys said you were recording while we were in this very building and then moved us
It
down
was,
to that
yes,
office,
it was
that
you
dismisses
who
our
said you were
evidence?
recording.
Please, order, please. Defendant, continue.
yes, you never stated that you were recording. And
You
plus,
did.
I said order.
Since we do have permission, it was Commander Taylor's room. He was recording. That he has the ability to record within his own room.
It's very convenient.
Your Honor, am I ascertaining here that they are trying to dismiss their own video?
User
their
joined
own
your
recording?
channel.
The objection, Your
User
Honor.
left your channel.
Go ahead.
This is recorded by Mr. Niik Patel. Both evidences.
Evidence H is not recorded by Patel. It is recorded by your side. This is your evidence.
I'm sorry,
Why does
you're not,
the channel name
wait a
say
moment,
Niik
defendant.
Patel?
Plaintiff, every time you have to say something in correlation to the evidence, please object to it. Do not start talking, or you will be held in contempt yet again. Thank you very much.
Your Honor, we
Defendant, you may
object.
continue.
We object.
No,
to
Jimmy,
evidence.
they are recorded by Nick, but this is nonsense because they pulled us into the island, made us meet on the island, and then moved us down to this channel, so that
What
so that
do you
they
mean?
could dismiss our
Alright,
evidence.
we're gonna
Objection,
order,
Your Honor.
please. Order, please. I already ruled that both of the evidence will be ruled out of the case, and we will now proceed to the next piece of evidence. Plaintiff, please read your next piece of evidence.
My bad, Your Honor.
Sorry. Plaintiff.
It's not
Your
in
Honor,
here, but I would just like to say that this entire trial shows an abuse of authority from the U.S. Coast Guard.
I asked you to present piece of evidence. Do you have any piece of evidence to brought forward?
Yes, Your Honor. A through L.
Alright. Which one, specifically?
All of them, Your Honor.
Alright, well, evidence H, evidence I, and evidence
User left your
J
channel.
got overruled, ruled out of the case. So please provide more specific evidence.
Did you say evidence G is in golf?
User joined your
No,
channel.
J.
As in Juliet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. At this time, the plaintiff rests, Your Honor.
Thank you. Defendant, if you have nothing else to bring forward, we'll go to a deliberation.
Your Honor, I have Chance Ross I would like to bring forth as a witness.
Please bring him forward. Chance, please step to my left. Mr. Ross, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you very much. Please take you to my left. Defendant, you may examine your witness.
Right. Mr. Ross, you were once a part of CG, correct?
Correct.
Alright, could you possibly state your rank and your call sign while you
User
were part
joined
of
your
CG?
channel.
I was a seaman apprentice. I was not assigned a call sign.
Alrighty, thank you.
User joined your channel.
With any documentation you signed at your own free will, correct?
Objection. We've already had that evidence overruled.
Exactly. Sustain.
Mr. Ross, could you give us a brief overview of your training, if there are any?
Well, my training included swimming for half an hour and then learning how to do a felony traffic stop. That's about it.
Were you ever introduced to any firearms training?
No, but I was assigned a firearm.
You were assigned a firearm by whom?
It was one of the command, but it was during the events in which I got my uniform. I believe it was Commander Taylor.
Thank you. And told that you were to not make your own equipment?
No, that is not correct. They never told me not to make my own equipment. However, they failed to give me a vehicle in a timely manner.
Alrighty. Your Honor, do you mind if I submit a piece of evidence due to a witness that I was going to call not appearing in court today due to
Yes,
to
I do
allegate-
mind. It's time for the reasoning, please.
Evidence is not as submitted here. We've had no moment to examine.
Sustain. Defendant, is that all?
Yes, sir.
Any more?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright, plaintiff, you may cross-examine now.
Oh, we have nothing for this witness, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Mr. Ross, you may take your seat. Defendant, do you have any more evidence to bring forward?
I would like to
User joined your
bring forward
channel.
Mr. Bob Walker as a witness.
User
but
left
he
your
has
channel.
left me a testimony in his name if he was unavailable due to his line of work outside the island.
Objection.
Reasoning.
Evidence. Same contention.
We have no
Sustain.
chance to cross-examine testimony.
Sustain. Defendant, plaintiff, do you have anything else to bring forward?
We do. Going back to evidence K as in kilo and L as in Lima. These evidence is given by the quote volunteer EMS. We'd like to mention that he is a command authority. He is a god in this game. Therefore cannot be a full-time, so to speak, EMT. So in fact, this evidence should be entered in.
Objection, Your
It's
Honor.
not. It is not.
Reasoning.
It is not his fault that he cannot.
A moment,
be
there was an objection, please. A moment. Reasoning.
Besides his godly status does not have any notation on his line of knowledge. He can't use his godly status as a way to have a upper hand between other
User
volunteer
joined your
EMTs or
channel.
EMTs. He still has the same knowledge as those. For myself,
Overruled.
I am one of the godly people, but I do not use that as an advantage to say I am an all-knowing God.
Overruled. Plaintiff, please proceed.
We have nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you. Defendant, you may
User
cross-examine the
disconnected from
document.
your channel. User disconnected from
Again,
your
Your Honor.
channel.
Sorry, I did not hear you properly.
What did you say last, Your Honor?
User
You can,
joined your channel.
cross-examine the document.
Document evidence L to be correct.
User in your channel timed out. User joined your
J and
channel.
L.
KNL. Hold the motion that I'm gonna question the volunteer EMT's credentials as to diagnosing a subject with PTSD or any other ailment. I believe
User
that
joined your
is
channel.
the duties of one of the higher ups within the medical services of Fisher's Island.
So you want to file a motion to discredit the EMT, the voluntary EMT reasoning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Overruled.
User disconnected from your channel.
At this
Do
time,
you have
the
anything?
plaintiff.
One moment. Do you have anything else, Mr. Defendant?
User in your channel timed out.
Mr. Hamilton?
Your Honor, yes, I'd like to note that it is due to EMS policy that you are supposed to be an EMT to conduct examinations. He is a
User joined your
voluntary
channel.
EMT, and thus he is such in a probationary state. He is a civilian volunteer.
User joined your
I'd
channel.
also like to have that noted with evidence KNL.
Thank you very much. Noted. Is that all, defendant? Mr. Hamilton, is that all?
Yes, Your Honor.
I thank you very much. Plaintiff, do you have any other evidence or witness to bring forward?
Just a second, Your Honor. Again, make a ruling again on evidence J, as in Juliet. This is the EMT director, Luke Starr. You're stating that there's no signature on there?
User joined your channel.
Indeed,
Malcolm.
only in plain letter. It's always been ruled out. Already ruled the evidence out of the case. Do you have anything else?
Is he questioning the validity of this? I mean,
Exactly, as there is no official marking nor signature on the document.
understood. All right, the plaintiff moves for closings.
Thank you very much. Defendant, do you have any other evidence, or you want to move to the closing statement?
That's all, Your Honor. Rest.
Thank you. Plaintiff, please go ahead with your closing argument.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an open and shut case. While acting as a member of the Coast Guard, recruit Chance Ross shot Niik Patel in cold blood. It simply doesn't get any clearer than this. The USCG allowed an unstable, untrained, and underqualified man to wear their uniform and hold a gun which he used to threaten one civilian and shoot another. I contend that the USCG command was fully aware of these glaring issues with training before this incident. But even if you disagree, you must still admit a substantial amount of criminal negligence. They claim they are not responsible for the actions of their members, but we will not stand for this lack of accountability. Simply put, it is their responsibility to filter out undesirable and unstable men. It is their obligation to train and test the competency of their recruits, and it is their duty to sanctify the lives of those they've sworn to protect. They have failed in this. This in itself is sad, but to see those who protect us abandon Mr. Patel in his time of most dire need, that is what made me the saddest.
User joined your channel.
These are the actions of bullies, pure and simple, not to mention potentially criminals. This is really an easy choice. Either justice is served here today in this sacrosanct hall of law, or the USCG wipes their hands of their duty to the citizens of these great lands, and with it destroy any claim of authority in the eyes of these same citizens. I beg you to choose justice here, and let people know they have put their faith in the right place. Thank you.
Thank you, plaintiff. Defendant, you may proceed with your closing statement.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to lastly say that with a government faction, a government installation, there is a level
User
of
joined your
professionalism
channel.
that we aspire to uphold and that we do uphold to the best of our duties, from recruit all the way to commander.
User left your channel.
And that with the fluidity of the state of the island, we cannot get to the recruits at the moment. They are accessed into the faction, and that leaves them the ability to go on their own accord. We would also like to say that, yes, the incident that happened to Mr. Patel is very tragic, and we do have our deepest condolences. It was at Mr. Patel's own free will to draw his firearm while Mr. Ross had his firearm lowered at the ready position, not an immediate threat to Mr. Izzy. It was
User
at
joined your
his
channel.
own accord and his free will that he put himself into that dangerous situation, and that is why he suffered the accidents and the injuries that happened. That's all, Your Honor.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the court is now adjourned for deliberation. We'll resume in 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
Glendale, get your ass outside.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I would just like to say I am not unstable. Yeah.
Whisper check, guys. Whisper check.
I'm a completely sane person, obviously.
You're not completely sane.
We messed up our evidences, or he fucking messed up.
Nick. Shh.
I'm quiet.
User left
I
your
agree,
channel.
Jimmy. It should have been summary, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, Mac, you excited for the election coming up?
User left your channel. User left your channel.
Mine keeps crashing.
Was it Nick?
You not
User left your channel.
Oh, sorry, I had my voice box muted there.
I've
yeah,
seen
I'm excited.
bits, but I haven't
Okay,
seen all. I
cool.
keep falling through the
I was
floor.
User
wondering,
joined your
do
channel.
you feel like you've put faith in the right cabinet
User
member?
left your channel.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
User left your
I mean,
channel.
if the test run is an indication, we're a shoe-in. So.
User joined your
That's
channel.
good.
I don't know.
Why is it so dark in here?
Because the lights got taken away.
See how long I last now.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Sam.
Hello.
You want to get up there and be
Well,
the judge for the last 10 minutes?
You know, you could have fucking come early.
I've been sat. I keep trying to get in here, but I keep my mind keeps going.
Should have been here as the judge.
Oh, you're like Jimmy.
I tried.
Nick. Come on now.
I'm gonna go fucking chill out in a corner before I blow a fuse.
What's wrong with Jimmy? Does it do the same?
Oh yeah, his mind is all messed up.
Yeah. It's ever since good old Bill Gates released 10. Because what a fan.
We still like our chances here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I've literally
Why
the
there
bits
was
I
no,
saw.
why there was no summary judgment is beyond me.
Yep.
I only saw the closing statement, some questioning of Mr. Ross, and that's then the opening.
That
statement.
was fucking awesome.
Hey, wake up.
Oh, Chance. I can't believe they called Chance to the stand. That was such a mistake, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone want to go?
Incriminated.
Hey, Mac.
Exactly. Yeah.
Chance's game just
User
crashed.
joined your channel.
That's fine.
Yeah.
User joined your channel.
Just out of curiosity, when he was talking about how the Coast Guard strives for professionalism from the recruit to the command, you should have brought up the fact that Taylor lost his shit.
We couldn't because we can't object to a closing statement.
How
object to a closing.
How long have they been deliberating for?
Oh,
It's
they've
been
just
like
went
an hour.
Oh, no, I think. Wait, how long have they been deliberating?
It's been 99 minutes since this court case started.
Damn.
How long have they been adjourned for now?
15 minutes.
No.
No, as in there was a break for 15 and they've just gone for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, they've only been gone for a couple minutes this time.
Oh my god, I was pulling my hair. I swear to god, if I had a face cam on Twitch, I would fucking make memes left, right, and center.
Nick, you're on Whisper, obviously, right?
I'm on Whisper. You do not know how much I was screaming at my screen.
No, I do.
They didn't even know what evidence linked to what evidence. They were talking about evidence J, which is a PTSD report, that saying was signed by Robert when it was signed by the medical director. Oh my.
It wasn't on.
No, so that is what I was trying to tell you, Jimmy, when we got the report, was Nick Sharp was present with Luke Starr, because those PTSD reports are not published on Google Docs. They're published on the EMS forums, which no one has access to. Therefore, Luke Starr spoke to Nick Sharp in front of me saying, is this okay? And it was approved. That's what I was trying to tell both of you, that it is an approved document.
Here's the problem. Nick, relax, first of all. Here's the problem. Nick was not the judge. We have no way to really prove that to the judge.
Well, he I know. I'm not saying I don't trust you. It's just the funny fact is Alexa was in that meeting as well, so I don't know why the fuck he was taking a piss out of it.
Again, it's the contention that it was not on a EMS letter.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, if he had that letter.
You know, I'll be honest.
Fraudulent. A lot like their fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Their
That's exactly what I said.
I'll be honest here. If it was Nick, I would have expected a summary judgment. If not, I would expect I would have expected a full repayment. The way he's
doing a great job, though.
He's doing a great job, because I see Jordan Foster constantly going up to him and telling him to cause an order. But I have lost faith in getting
User
250k.
joined your channel.
I don't think that's going to happen.
User
Don't
left your
just,
channel.
We'll find out. Just we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
One form doesn't lose this case, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
If we lose this case, I swear to God, I'm just gonna disconnect my mic and speak.
Nope. There can be an appeal process, but
Yeah.
I don't see this.
As a matter of fact, if they rule against us, I say we immediately ask for an appeal.
Yep. I was surprised you never went through evidence A, which is basically backing up Chance's story.
Yeah, but we don't need to because they.
Oh, okay.
They don't dispute it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how this works. So if they don't dispute it, you don't need to go through it.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't dispute that Chance Ross acted. The only thing we're here to prove is that they are liable for it. That's it.
Someone in my Twitch chat goes, his name is LMPGM. He goes, we couldn't have EMS lettering because the department doesn't have a medical director. I don't know. He's just written that. He goes, yes, it was approved.
Drudge or whatever.
No, he got kicked out. So the tactical medic thing got taken away. No, not kicked out, but it got dissolved by Miller because there were issues with hierarchy in
User
EMS.
joined your channel.
And that happened the day before my incident.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah. Well, there was a whole.
What is?
It's Luke. It's Luke. Luke's on our Twitch. Luke, they didn't approve it because it didn't have EMS lettering. I know you're. Yeah, fuck it. Luke's writing on the Twitch saying there was no medical director, so yeah.
User joined your channel.
Oh well, fuck it. I'll tell you something once the case is done, and once I've shut Twitch.
Hang on, Nick. What's this?
David.
Banshee. Put some
He's
clothes
just
on.
naked for some reason. I know.
I'm not allowed to do it because I'm off duty, they told me, so I'm had to throw my...
User joined your channel.
Oh my god.
David, you're a good-looking man, you know.
Is there a ruling yet?
No, but guys, I must say that Coast Guard Laura is terrible.
Make sure you're on Whisper.
User joined your channel.
I'm on Whisper. But just to say like, every time you guys went
User
back to an
joined your channel.
evidence
User
piece,
joined your channel.
it's like,
User joined your channel.
I'm not gonna say anything.
User joined your channel.
You don't
Joined your
need to,
channel.
David.
Not much.
I think at this point, David wishes he was the lawyer for CG.
Believe me, I will make Jimmy eat his nails, you know?
We
have been eating his nails.
Keep hearing talk about this, David. But...
Oh,
hey, they're back.
I need to go.
They're back. Give me watch out, bud.
Luke, I don't know how to. You're gonna have to teach me.
Ron, please be seated.
Everything's taking super long.
Sit down, man.
Oh crap.
Trying to unlock my car.
I woke up under some people. Help!
Nick,
There we go.
please,
Ugh.
you'll be found in contempt. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, court is now in session. The court has come to a verdict in the case of Niik Patel versus the US Coast Guard.
User
The
left your
court,
channel.
is in favor of the defendant for the abuse of official authority in the amount of $75,000. The court is in favor of the plaintiff for the amount of $75,000. My bad. Sorry. For the causing
User
of
left
mental
your channel.
anguish, the court is in favor of the defendant.
User joined your channel.
Matter of causing injury resulting in medical expense, the court is in favor
User
of
joined
the
your channel.
plaintiff for the amount
User
of
left your
$25,000.
channel.
For causing injury resulting on ongoing medical expenses, the court is in favor of the defendant for the amount of $25,000. And for causing loss of future earning, the court is in favor of the defendant for the the plaintiff for the amount of $125,000.
User joined your channel.
$250,000. It is my judgment that the U.S. Coast Guard will pay the full amount of $250,000 to the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the court is now adjourned and sentencing has been issued. This case is now closed. Thank you very much. Everyone is
Thank
free
you,
to
sir.
leave.
Woo!
Congratulations, counselor.
Fuck you, Coast Guard.
User joined your channel.
But I'm not unstable, okay?
Oh yeah, baby.
I will
Get
go
that
get
out
a
of
Oh yeah.